Alright, here is my video to put gels on. I've already applied my tips, etched my nails, and primed them. Now I am ready to apply my gel. I'm going to use the Silk Off Gel Color Passion Punch. I'm going to place it just over here with my paper towel. That's what that color looks like. I'm going to take my brush, and I'm also going to take just a little bit of alcohol in a lid here. I'm using 99% alcohol. That's to clean your brush. I don't have one of those pump ones that you use to take the alcohol out, so that works just as good for me. When I get natural, real clients, I should probably get a pump. It'd be easier, more professional looking. I take a large enough size ball for the size of the nail that I'm working with. This one might just be a little too big. And I place it near the cuticle line, and I bring it down the nail to the free edge. And I take this side and I just brush it out to the free edge. Take this side and do the same. I'm hoping I can get through this video. Battery on my phone is dying. Take a ball big enough for the size of your nail, and you bring it down. Making sure that you're covering the entire nail plate. Getting a ball big enough for the size of your nail. Placing it near the cuticle area. And bring it down your nail plate. Covering both sides. Now, I've been getting problems with bubbles in mine. So far, I don't see any. So that's a good thing, I guess. And the last finger, because you cure the thumb separately. That ball was not big enough, so I'm just going to grab another quick small ball and place it down here. And go over here. Just making sure that everything looks even enough on the surface. If you need to buff later, you can go ahead and buff your gels out with a light a fine grit file. I'm just going to go in and just take out the extra, because it will stick to your client's fingers and hands. This fingernail is stuck under the nail. That won't happen on a natural client. Cleaning up any side walls. Or around the cuticle area if you need to. Okay, now that that has been done for your first coat, I'm not sure how this light's going to work with my camera, so we will just have to have some trial and error, I guess. Okay, now that I will just kind of slip her hand in. It would work better with a real person. Okay, now that that's there, I'll see if I can move my light a little bit for you there. I'm sorry I can't pause my camera, so I'm just going to have to leave it on while I'm doing this. I'm hoping that it doesn't die and I'm able to put my second coat of gel on, see what it looks like, and then whether I have to buff it or not, and put my top coat on, which there's two different kinds that we can use here. For the gels, we can use this high gloss tackless sealer from Nailite. It came in our kits. Or we can use this UV top coat nail art sealer. I'm going to be using the high gloss one. There are other kind of gels as well that you can go ahead and you can use. Later I'm going to be trying these ones out just to see what they look like. They're made by Gelify, soakable gel polishes. This one here is called Fuzzy Navel. It's a really pretty, like peachy kind of. I really like that color. And then the other one that we got was another Gelify, and this is Garnet Red. I don't know if everybody got the same colors as I did in their kits, or if everybody got different ones, but this one's a pretty red as well. My light should be done, if it's not already. Just move my light out of the way, and I will go in and do my second coat. Again, with the correct size ball, going in and placing it right around your cuticle line, being careful not to flood the cuticle, going from cuticle to free edge, and making sure to get all of the side walls. Okay. Moving on to your next finger, getting a ball large enough for the size nail that you're doing, placing it into the cuticle and going down to the free edge. Making sure to cover all of your side walls. Making sure that your gel looks even across your entire nail. Kind of capping the ends. Taking another ball, a little bit larger this time because this nail is one of the largest on the hand. Taking another ball, correct size. And then when that's finished there, you go ahead and you take your light in again. I just want to quickly go over my sidewalls. I didn't do that. Just clean them up a little bit. Don't want to leave any gel along the sidewalls because it will harden and cure. This nail's going to come out funny. I know it is. It didn't click in right. Okay. All right. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick her hand carefully back in. And I'm going to press it for the time. My time is 120 seconds. Now to clean out your gel brush, I am going to just dip it inside my 99% alcohol. Making sure that I'm doing like a crisscross type of motion to get everything out of it. Making it clean. Now you don't have to do this in your lid. I'm going to end up wasting all this, having to get rid of it afterwards, but you can do it like on a paper towel or those little alcohol squares. They might not have enough alcohol in them, but it will take some out and help. Just wipe it off on my paper towel. And I'll move this over. And I'll go ahead and I will close up my gel. Now when this is done, I will inspect it and take a good look at it and see how they look. If they don't need to be buffed, then I will just put the High Tackless Gloss Sealer on. If they do need to be buffed, then I will take like a natural nail file and I will buff them out very lightly. Now if your client has never had a UV light before, you may want to explain to them that it will heat your nails up when you stick your hand in there, and the reaction from the polish to the light, it makes your hands warm or hot, so to say. I'm not sure, I've never used it on my nails, so I can't really say how hot it is, but my first client or guinea pig, so to say, the other day, my teacher's daughter, she said right away that it was warm, and see, I didn't know that, or else, you should let your clients know in case they don't know, so they don't freak out. Okay, now that I've got that done, I'm just going to take a quick look at them, and it appears that some of them, yes, do need to be buffed. So there is an inhibition layer on them. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. You want to take this off before you buff them. You just take a little bit of alcohol, making sure that you have enough alcohol on your whatever you're using, a cotton swab or a Bounty paper towel, so that you're not sticking and making like ripples in your polish, because it has this sticky inhibition layer on them. Now I didn't do my thumb because it's a little bit more complicated to do it, so I'm just going to leave the thumb alone, and I will do it and put it in with my set. Now that that's done, I'm just going to go ahead and take my natural nail file, my 4-way buffer, And I'm going to take the side, the more coarse side, and I'm going to go in on the sides and the corners. See, this is just going to pop out anyway. Sides and the corners, and I'm just going to quickly go over the free edge a little bit just to kind of make sure it's all good. Then I'm going to go up my side walls, just like a natural manicure. Go up this side wall. Down to the free edge. Now while you're doing this, always take a look down the barrel of the nail. It's where you're going to see any high and low spots. Just waiting for that to happen. So I'm going to slip that back in. See, because of this nail here, the way that it happened, I'm not going to top coat that either. Because when I do this nail, I will fix it. It seems to, because of the way that the nail was tucked under the finger, it has seemed to pulled off a little bit of the gel. So with a real client there, you're going to want to do it at this point. After you're done buffing, you're going to want to kind of fill it in and make it so it's even. Me, I can just go like this and pop my nail out and deal with it when I do this finger. So again, I'm going to go into this one, do the side walls. Buffing up your side walls. In your cuticle area, making sure that you cover your entire nail plate. If you have to buff, you should make sure that you cover everything. If you're not buffing and you're just placing your top coat on, then you should be good to go. When you're buffing, it's best to just get the entire nail plate and work on your areas when you look down the barrel, what needs to be done. And with the gels too, that once you start buffing it and you're getting over it, you can tell where you haven't buffed. I don't know if you can tell with the camera, but there's like areas that's not even, and you can tell. Okay, now that that's all buffed out and it looks even to me, move on to my next one. Again, filing it out. This one's not so bad. It actually looks really good, except for a couple little areas. So I'm just gonna do that quick on top just to kind of give it, in this area over here where I've got the issue with it, it's going to be a little bit more. And that should be good there. Move on to the next one. Again, side walls. This one looks really good as well. So I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my top coat on. Just really quickly, I'm just going to kind of brush out a couple nails there that got buffed. So this is good. These nails here were buffed, and then this one wasn't. So we're going to be able to see the different type of finishing. If one's been buffed and one hasn't, and if you can tell if there's any lumps left in it at all, or... So I'm going to take my high gloss sealer, and I'm going to just, like regular nail polish, go over, capping the ends. Now you can put this high gloss sealer on like regular nail polish as well, but to give it the gel type look, but you will have to file it off or use acetone to take it off. It'll be like a permanent type of, it'll be a gel. Okay, now that that's done, again, I'm going to have to stick my hand in here. I'm just going to double check and make sure there are no side walls that need tending to. Okay, now that that is done, put my hand in there.